Scientists estimate that more than 95% of Earth's oceans have never been observed, which means we have seen less of our planet's ocean than we have the far side of the Moon or the surface of Mars. The high cost of powering an underwater camera for a long time, by tethering it to a research vessel or sending a ship to recharge its batteries, is a steep challenge preventing widespread undersea exploration. The device takes color photos, even in dark underwater environments, and transmits image data wirelessly through the water. The autonomous camera is powered by sound. It converts mechanical energy from sound waves traveling through water into electrical energy that powers its imaging and communications equipment. After capturing and encoding image data, the camera also uses sound waves to transmit data to a receiver that reconstructs the image. Because it doesn't need a power source, the camera could run for weeks on end before retrieval, enabling scientists to search remote parts of the ocean for new species. It could also be used to capture images of ocean pollution or monitor the health and growth of fish raised in aquaculture farms. One of the most exciting applications of this camera for me personally is in the context of climate monitoring. We are building climate models, but we are missing data from over 95% of the ocean. This technology could help us build more accurate climate models and better understand how climate change impacts the underwater world, says Fadil Adib, associate professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science and director of the Signal Kinetics Group in the MIT Media L. The paper is published in Nature Communications. Going battery-free to build a camera that could operate autonomously for long periods, the researchers needed a device that could harvest energy underwater on its own while consuming very little power. The camera acquires energy using transducers made from piezoelectric materials that are placed around its exterior. Piezoelectric materials produce an electric signal when a mechanical force is applied to them. But these sensors only capture grayscale images. And since most underwater environments lack a light source, they needed to develop a low-power flash, too. We were trying to minimize the hardware as much as possible, and that creates new constraints on how to build the system, send information, and perform image reconstruction. It took a fair amount of creativity to figure out how to do this, Adib says. They solved both problems simultaneously using red, green, and blue LEDs. When the camera captures an image, it shines a red LED and then uses image sensors to take the photo. It repeats the same process with green and blue LEDs. Even though the image looks black and white, the red, green, and blue-colored light is reflected in the white part of each photo, Akbar explains. When the image data are combined in post-processing, the color image can be reconstructed. When we were kids in art class, we were taught that we could make all colors using 3 basic colors. The same rules follow for color images we see on our computers. We just need red, green, and blue, these 3 channels, to construct color images, he says. Sending data with sound. Once image data are captured, they are encoded as bits, ones and zeros, and sent to a receiver 1 bit at a time using a process called underwater backscatter. The system uses this binary information to reconstruct and post-process the image. This whole process, since it just requires a single switch to convert the device from a non-reflective state to a reflective state, consumes 5 orders of magnitude less power than typical underwater communication systems, Ofsal says. The researchers tested the camera in several underwater environments. In one, they captured color images of plastic bottles floating in a New Hampshire pond. The device was also effective at repeatedly imaging the underwater plant Aponogeton ulvaceus in a dark environment over the course of a week to monitor its growth. Now that they have demonstrated a working prototype, the researchers plan to enhance the device so it is practical for deployment in real-world settings. They want to increase the camera's memory so it could capture photos in real time, stream images, or even shoot underwater video. They also want to extend the camera's range. This research is supported, in part, by the Office of Naval Research, the Sloan Research Fellowship, the National Science Foundation, the MIT Media Lab, and the Doherty Chair in Ocean Utilization. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.